After completing my 10th class exams in 1979, my father suggested that I go and help my father's uncle and learn astrology. Mathematics being my favorite subject, I learned the calculations. My grandfather taught me how to calculate the inclinations of each planet and how to calculate the lagna and the meridian center MC, and he gave me some birth charts to draw. Thus, I learned how to draw the birth charts first and showed interest in predictions. So, my grandfather told me some predictions, some of the tips that he usually uses for predictions. And after learning those tips, I documented some of them. I verified with my father. While my father and my grandfather have laid the foundation for me to get interested in astrology, for almost a decade or 2 decades, I didn't show any interest. Welcome to Shastri Kara's Astrological Series. In the part 1 presentation for the 2021 Sidereal Ephemeris, I did identify the 6 planet, 5 planet, and 4 planet combination, and then presented it like when are they going to happen. That's just one is the possibilities for a 6 planet combination, 5 planet combination, and a 4 planet combination to happen. That was being presented in the part 1 series. This is the second part of the series where I'm going to take two countries birth charts. One is the United States of America and the other is the Republic of India, and trying to analyze the birth charts, how the country reacts, what might happen to this country, to these two countries, because of these 6 planet and the 5 planet combination. Remember, we had the similar ones in 2019 December. At that time it was a 5 planet combination, and that happened in December 2019. And then both in United States and Republic of India, there's a coronavirus COVID-19 impact. So in the same way, we are going to have this time not just a 5 planet, even a 6 planet combination too. And I'm trying to figure it, analyze what could happen during in the month of January and February, when these two events are going to happen. And by by having this impact, how long will the country face the outcome of this impact? That's what I'm going to analyze it in this presentation. This is the part 2 of the presentation that I'm going to do for 2021 Sidereal Ephemeris analysis. Now I'm going to do the analysis for the year 2021 for Republic of India, and especially the Graha Kutami that is going to happen in January and February of 2021, and transit Jupiter uh, transiting in both Capricorn and Aquarius in the year 2021. The notable combinations for the 2021 are the 6 planet and the 5 planet combinations. They both are going to happen between 13th January and 14th of February, which is approximately 30 days. In these 30 days, in Capricorn, there will be a 5 planet combination and a 6 planet combination. The 5 planet combination will happen 2 times, and the 6 planet combination is going to happen 1 time in the month of February 2021. So, if you superimpose the birth chart of Republic of India onto the transit uh, planets, the Capricorn, from Capricorn, the seventh house is Cancer, and in birth chart of India in Cancer there are four natal planets: Moon, Saturn, Mercury, Sun, and Venus. So all the six transit planets that are going to be here are going to have a direct aspect on the five, on the four, five, on the two, three, four, five, on all the five natal planets on the birth chart. That's the first thing. And the second thing is natal Mars on the birth chart is in Gemini, and its eighth aspect is again on the six or five or six transit planets that are going to reside in Capricorn. The second point. The third point is transit and natal Rahu are co-joined in Taurus. And the fourth point here is transit Mars fourth aspect is on Cancer, where there are five natal planets. Overall for the country, these are the four important points that need to be to be considered while doing the analysis for the year 2021 for Republic of India. Okay, let's start analyzing the transit planets on the birth chart of the Republic of India. We'll start with Mars. I usually look at the only for three or four important planets, the three slow moving planets and Mars. Mars is special for this particular chart. Mars fourth is the transit Mars is going to be in Aries, its own house, during this Grahakutami. And Mars fourth of aspect is on the first house from natal moon, where along with natal moon, five other natal planets Sun, Mars, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus are residing. That means Mars is having a direct aspect on Saturn, direct aspect on Mercury, sorry, fourth aspect on Saturn, Mercury, Sun, and Venus. So, Sun, Mars having an aspect on Sun indicates there's some sort of a uh, disturbances pertaining to leader or leadership or administrators, countries administrators. And Mercury, when Mars looks at Mercury, it might be something pertaining to communications. Communications can be any sort of communications. And Venus is basically here, Venus from natal moon is the fourth house lord and the 11th house lord too. So Mars looking at the fourth house lord indicates that weather and agriculture will be having some sort of a ups and downs, and mostly pertaining to Mars. And then Mars direct aspect is again on the fourth house. So just it's not, Mars is not only looking at the fourth house, it also looking at the fourth house lord Venus. And in the Mars direct aspect is on the fourth house, where natal Jupiter is residing. Natal Jupiter owns the sixth and ninth houses. Sixth house deals with public health and diseases. Ninth house deals with revenues, law, order, and courts. So Mars looking at the fourth house lord and the fourth house is a indication that during this Grahakutami something that pertaining to weather and agriculture, some issues, yeah, there are a negative impact on weather and agriculture will happen, which will, since Jupiter is going through the whole year, sometimes it will be in Capricorn and sometimes it will be in Aquarius, so the impact will last for the whole year. The next comes is Jupiter. Transit Jupiter is, it will be in Capricorn for some time in year 2021, and then for some time it goes to Aquarius. So when it is in Capricorn, its fifth aspect is on both natal and transit Rahu, which is the 11th house, which is the financial gain losses. Since Rahu is there, it is unpredictable to tell what type of financial losses are going to happen. But since Jupiter owns the sixth house and the ninth house, the chances are something dealing with public health or uh, courts, from courts or law and order. And then Jupiter's direct aspect is on Cancer. I have already told it. The next planet is Saturn. Saturn's direct aspect is on the five planets, it's known. Saturn's third aspect is on ninth house, so it's, since ninth house is empty, we don't need to worry. And Saturn's 10th aspect is on Libra. See, Saturn's third aspect is on ninth house owned by Jupiter, and Saturn's 10th aspect is on Libra, where the same Jupiter is residing. Jupiter is again the sixth and ninth house lord, so it's clearly understand. Um, it's easy to predict that something pertaining to diseases and public health will be a major issue for the country in January and February for sure, and then the impact will go drag all the way until December of 2021. Now let's go and look at how the transit Jupiter is will be positioning in the year 2021. As I said earlier, transit Jupiter will be sometimes so for some period it will be in Capricorn, then goes to Aquarius, come back to Capricorn, and again goes again forward to Aquarius. So let's look at in detail. Until 6th April, uh, Jupiter will be in Capricorn, so it will be co-joining with Saturn until 6th April, and that's when the Grahakutami, the two 5 planet combinations and 1 6 planet combination event will be done by end of February. So March will be the continuation of whatever the impact is, because Jupiter is still there. And then from 6th April all the way till 25th June, Jupiter will be in a forward motion in Aquarius. When you look at it in Aquarius, when it is in Aquarius, transit Jupiter, its fifth aspect is on natal Mars for the country. So Jupiter, the sixth house lord, looking at now is looking at the Mars, the most violent planet Mars. Remember, Jupiter is the sixth house lord and ninth house lord too. So something violent, activities related to violence, or uh, partially or fully violent events pertaining to diseases, public health, law, court, uh, will be is something that is possible between April through June of 2021. In June 2021, end of June 2021, Jupiter will start to retrograde. So whatever the activities, events that had happened gets a little bit subdued starting June 25th, and by September again transit Jupiter will enter Capricorn and co-join again with transit Saturn. So again, whatever happened in year 2020 and the first 3 months of 2021 will start repeating from September of 2021, and that will go all the way till November, end of November 2021. In by end of November 2021, again transit Jupiter will enter into Aquarius, and again its fifth aspect is again on Mars, natal Mars, and exactly what happened in April through June of 2021 will be repeated again from November of 2021. So what you can see is that the events that happened from January, February and March will be repeated again from September through November. Whatever the events that happened in April, May and June will be repeated again in November and December of 2021. Now that I had checked the charts, the positions, let's go and see during this Grahakutami what is the Vimsottari Dasa for the country Republic of India. If you look at the Vimsottari Dasa, the Moon Mahadasa, Saturn Antaradasa, and Rahu Pratyantaradasa starts exactly on it starts on 14th of January and goes all the way till 9th of April. Exactly 14th January is when the first 5 planet combination is going to happen, and as I said earlier, somewhere in April 6th, transit Jupiter will enter Aquarius. So the during this Rahu Pratintaradasa is when two 5 planet combinations and 1 6 planet combination is going to happen. So let's go and look at more in detail about Sukshmantra Dasa inside this Pratyantra Dasa. The first Sukshmantra Dasa is Rahu Sukshmantra Dasa. That's when the first five planet combination is happening. The second Sukshmantra Dasa is Jupiter Sukshmantra Dasa. That's when the second five planet combination. No. Only, yeah, no, the second one will happen afterwards. So the Jupiter Sukshmantra Dasa is quiet, and the third Sukshmantra Dasa is Saturn. That's when the six planet combination is and the one other five planet combination is happening. So in Moon Mahadasa Saturn Antardasa Rahu Pratyantara Dasa until that, and then when it is Rahu Sukshmantra Dasa you have one five planet combination happening, and when it is Saturn Sukshmantra Dasa you have one five planet combination and one six planet combination is happening. So this clearly tells you that the importance of Saturn and Rahu here, and Moon is the Mahadasa, and you can see from here when you look at it, Moon is co-joined with one, two, three, four planets, natal planets. Natal Moon is co-joined with four natal planets, and also natal Moon is having a direct aspect from either the five or the six transit planets. So Moon has been completely afflicted in this, and with Moon being such, and also natal and transit Rahu, they both are co-joined. So with, if you look at that way, the Moon, which is the third house lord residing in the third house from Rashi Lagna for the birth chart, and Rahu transit and natal Rahu co-joining, and which is in the 11th house from natal Moon, and Saturn is the 7th and 8th house lord from natal Moon. 7th house for the country and 8th house from the country is not a good sign, and Jupiter, the 6th house lord, being in between them for the Sukshmantra Dasa indicates that the between Rahu starting January 14th till January end of 26th of January, Rahu Sukshmantra Dasa is something that exaggerates the whatever the public issue, diseases and public health that is happening. Rahu is the one that will initiate it, and then January 26th till February 6th, when Jupiter comes in, whatever the initiation has taken place earlier will convert into the reality. And when Saturn Sukshmantra Dasa comes in, that's on 6th of February all the way till February 20th, that reality will start, people will start looking at that reality. It will be visible for the people what exactly, how these issues are getting complicated for the country when it comes to public health, diseases, courts, law, and there is another possibility for, because of this public health and diseases, loss of revenue and loss of lives is also possible for the country. So finally, let me tell the conclusion of this Grahakutami and its impact on the country India, Republic of India. I had explained the aspects of the transit planets, how the Vimshottari Dasa and the transit planets are working, and now to the end, the Vimshottari Dasa is the Moon Mahadasa, Saturn Antardasa, Rahu Pratyantara Dasa, and during this Grahakotami, what you can see is that the Pratyantara Dasa is either Rahu or Mars, and transit Mars will be in Aries, which is the 10th house, and Rahu will be in the 11th house from natal Moon. 10th house deals with the parliament, the leader or the cabinet ministers, and the 11th house deals with the members of the parliament also, and the financial gains and financial losses for the country too. So at the end, my conclusion is that this particular period in the year 2021 will be exactly a replica of 2020 for sports and entertainment industry. That means there will be no major revenues coming from the sports or entertainment industry. And then when it comes to public health and the loss of lives, of huge losses of lives and huge loss of revenue, when it comes to these three, public health and diseases is the sixth house, loss of lives is the eighth house, and loss of revenue is the second house. When it comes to these three things, it will be a replica of 2020. So whatever, however the country has gone through in the year 2020 will be continued in 2021. But the only major change, the major thing that can happen in 2021 is the impact will be some, there will be some major impact on the parliament or the cabinet ministers, parliament or the members of the parliament, cabinet ministers. So something unexpected is going to have, will be happening, especially that might get initiated during the Rahu Pratyantaradasa, which is the first 4 months of the period in the year 2021. And whatever had happened in the first 4 months, the impact, the outcome of that a decision or an impact or an event, whatever it is that happened in the first 4 months, will be, you can see the outcome of that all the way till the end of December 2021.